Miller.
I'm Brandy.
And guess what? We are bringing you so much excitement this hour.
Yes,
just hold on.
Definitely.
If you heard our technical glitches before, it only gets worse.
She's trying to
here.
figure out how to share this on Facebook. So touch that little thing that says share.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to write a message?
Sure. Everybody
There you
watch.
go. There. See, people are responding.
And guess what?
But you have to turn your volume down because there's a little bit of a delay. Yes.
We're good.
Yes. So thanks for asking me to be here. That was very nice of you.
We couldn't think of a better person to join this.
That's such a lie.
Shelley calls it circus.
Yes. Yes.
You were kind of making fun of us, and
I was, because we were talking just about different things, like whatever basic stuff, and I said, "Have you guys heard of Cobra Kai?" And you said, "No." You guys looked at me like I had a third head, and I find that kind of disturbing.
Why?
Because it's the biggest thing right now. So I said that I was going to explain this to both of them. Turn my phone off. I said I was going to explain this to both of them. Cobra Kai is the exact. Do you remember the Karate Kid?
Yes.
Okay.
Wax on, wax off.
Right. Mr. Miyagi.
Mr. Miyagi.
And of course, yes, Daniel LaRusso, Ralph Macchio. Now, you probably don't remember the blonde guy. He plays Johnny Lawrence, and he was the main rival of Daniel LaRusso, the blonde kid. Okay, the same actor, his whole life has been crap since he lost that final battle to Ralph Macchio at the end of that movie. So it's his life now. And Ralph Macchio is still in his life and doing so much better than him. And it's like this rivalry, but it's so campy and cheesy, but it's so well done and funny, but like, oh. And so he decides he's opening a studio called Cobra Kai because that was like the evil antagonist in the Karate Kid. And so he opens in a strip mall, Cobra Kai, and all these kids start going to Cobra Kai. And then Ralph Macchio's like, well, no, I got to open a studio. And it's just like,
I gotcha.
So,
I
but
did see
it's
previews.
so
Netflix
freaking
thing.
good. It's so good. And if you haven't watched it, you have to watch it. You will binge it.
So this is a Netflix series now.
I think so, yeah. It's called Cobra Kai. It's amazing.
Check it out.
Yeah. And you've never heard of it.
That'll be the first rain day.
Well, we've got plenty.
It's raining now.
It's raining now.
Yeah.
So go home, put your fuzzy slippers on,
Oh, I have to
drink
do
another
that when
glass
I
of
go
wine.
home.
By the way,
Right.
what kind of wine is this today?
Fabulous wine.
It's a fabulous
I
wine.
don't have my glasses on, so somebody with good eyes can tell me.
Brandy. It's a blue raspberry Moscato.
It is.
It is a blue raspberry Moscato. It's called Amore Fruity. And you haven't had your glasses on since I saw you. So
Right.
did you drive here without them? Because that's
Yes, I can.
Okay,
I
well,
can
that's
drive
good.
without them.
because you know
just
that's
can't
just
see it.
wanted to make sure people were aware.
I just can't see it.
Okay, yeah, this is called Amore Fruity, and actually you had to pop the cork, and it made a little popping sound. I thought it was
Yes.
going to
She
get.
thought it was
little
champagne.
I did think it was kind of
It
champagne.
was a little
instead.
fizzy.
So
not bad.
here's something for people who are watching now. If you want to become a sponsor of the show and you want us to talk about your wine, your winery, or whatever, get in touch with us, private message us, and we will do our best to get back in touch with you and let you know how to get on this fabulous show. Now we're missing one of our peeps.
And wait a minute, you need to tell them how they can get in touch with us. We have a Facebook page, and you can reach out to us through that. It's
Pass the Glass.
Pass the Glass Youngstown.
So thank you, Shelley. So we are missing one of our persons, Lori. She was here with us last week. I don't believe she'll be here next week due to family obligations, but more fun and merrier stuff.
Why isn't she here?
I think she had family in town.
No, she's going to the wine thing.
Oh, see?
Oh,
See,
she's
there
going
you
to the
go.
wine thing. She was invited to go to a winery. That's right, and it's outside. And
Oh, very nice.
So
Very nice.
yeah,
She'll
she
be
didn't
so
bother to
eager.
ask us or anything. But
Yeah. We had to buy tickets before.
this is true.
There's probably a reason for that.
Yeah,
That's all right.
She didn't want to have to be babysitting us.
exactly. But that's
I mean,
okay.
it can't be everyone's cup of tea.
Well,
For example, me.
you just add so much with us, Brandy. It's great to have you here. It truly is. I haven't seen you for years and years and years.
know.
And isn't it strange how you could just go for years and not talk to a friend and pick up the phone and just,
You're right back
hey,
where you are.
yeah, what's going on with, and how have you been, and have you heard, and I haven't seen you since, and let's get together soon, and then another 10 years goes by.
Yes. So, when was the last time I saw you? We worked together at Hot 101 for a million years.
For a million.
And you nursed me through breakups and stupidity and all that. I remember I went through this stupid breakup and I thought it was the end of my life. And she would handwrite me letters.
Because I was like the big mama there. I had to care about everybody, and everybody that had breakups. I
know.
Scott Adams.
Oh my gosh, they all did. Yeah, we all did. We were all pretty much undateable at that point.
But that's
maybe
what made
still
us
today.
Yeah.
But regardless, yeah, no. So we worked together for a million years, and then we went to our separate ways because radio. Bless Steve Jobs, he's changed the world, but
Yeah. Thanks, Steve.
he pretty much decimated the industry. So we all just kind of went different ways. And yeah, but you know what? As much as I always say, like, oh, Facebook's the devil, Facebook ruins lives. Of course, I have Facebook and I use it. It is amazing how, when it's used properly, it can be a good channel to bring people together, and you can see each other's lives and stalk people, which I totally do. Yes, stalking. Yes.
No, I could never imagine you stalking anybody.
You have to. You have to. I mean, you just can't get caught. Like, you can't accidentally like something and then you're like, ooh, you know what I mean? Because then they'll know.
You can't unlike it.
Yeah.
Not only that, you have to watch what you post, because that can get you in some serious
Well,
trouble
yeah,
too as well.
yeah.
I mean, especially if you're looking
Job
out. I
hunting.
was just going to say job hunting. Don't think for 1 minute people do not look to see what's on your Facebook page. It's
Well,
amazing.
this goes back to what I said last time. Set your profiles private.
Yeah. Don't be an idiot. You know what I don't understand? When people go on Facebook, okay, I don't put anything private on there. No one would know anything really about my life. I do a lot of theater, you see theater pictures, stuff like that. But I don't put anything on there about, like relationships, anything like that. If I'm having a bad day, you really don't know. You know what I mean? I don't put anything private on there in that sense. And people, there are two things that, like, I love it and hate it. When people put an entire soap opera of their life on Facebook, I hate it, but at the same time, it's like a bad accent. I can't stop watching. But my biggest pet peeve is when you're going to rant and rave and you have absolutely no concept of grammar.
Oh, I know.
And you're misspelling everything and you don't know how to use the period. And I'm like, listen, it's fine if you're going to rant. Like, Facebook's not your diary. You know what I mean? But that's fine. Some people use it. And it is fun to watch a complete shit show happening that you're not a part of
Right.
for free.
And you're like, oh, thank God that's not
It's
my
like a
life.
soap opera and makes you feel better sometimes.
But I just wonder if people ever re-look at what they've posted and re-look at things that they said.
No, because by that time, I think Facebook kicks them off.
Yeah.
Well, either that or you get all of your memories that pop up. So
Yes.
No, but I mean, if you even after you've calmed down or whatever, like, first of all, it's forever.
you sober up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You can't get rid of that once you've posted it. It's there. I mean, you could delete it, but it's still there somewhere in the confines of some chip. And and if you can't spell and you don't know how to put a sentence together, do you not see how that makes you? I guess maybe people like that, they just don't care.
They don't.
But I care.
We care. We care.
I care.
I sit there with a bowl of popcorn and just, oh, it's
I know.
getting good. And then when you start seeing all the different comments from the people, and it's like,
Sometimes I like to be that dickhead troll
and
that just comments something ignorant so people will go to town. I like to troll people, not gonna lie.
Sarah Russell, Brandy is the biggest bee ever. Do you know Sarah?
Yes, Sarah. I think I went to high school with that bee. I think Joe might have too. I think we did.
But maybe in the next line she meant to say Brandy is the best ever.
That's okay.
Okay.
That's okay. I love Sarah. She's awesome. Hi, Sarah. I'm still going to buy those boots from you, by the way.
So you do know Sarah.
I absolutely know. I went to high school with her.
He's hot as hell. I wonder who she's talking about. He's hot as hell. Probably your Karate Kid.
Oh, yeah. The blonde guy on
Yes.
Cobra Kai. Oh, yeah. He's beautiful.
Bonita, my friend Bonita. We have horses. Moscato, anything is good. That's true. Cheryl Missick Stokes, she's watching. She says hello. And we got some hearts going. Our hearts go out to you guys, too. My heart went out to you today. You were having a bad day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It just, the day started bad and it just got worse and worse. It just was building to the credenzo and what is that? Crescendo.
Credenza's furniture.
Yeah,
but
furniture.
that's okay.
Okay. So I was telling you girls off before we started this that I went home and my garage door wouldn't open. I think my clicker's going bad. And so finally I got the garage door to open. I go in the house and the doorknob is locked. I never lock my house. I'm the only one who lives there, me and my cats.
You did it.
So
hence every robber in the world now that's watching this is coming to your home because you just said you don't
they
lock
can't.
it. No, I'm kidding.
It's the door between my garage
Right,
and my
right.
house. I mean, the garage is locked. Obviously, the clicker doesn't work.
So what do you do then? Like, what would you have done if you hadn't gotten your garage door open at all, and you have that? What do you do? Because
I've crawled through a window.
I'm too poor to have like an electric garage. You know, I mean, I'm not.
I would probably call the garage doorman and tell him to come and help me.
Oh my God! So there's no emergency like open thing.
No, no, not from the in or the outside. From the inside, you can open it with a cord. There's a cord in there that you pull, and then the garage door becomes manual.
The cats did it. And we said your cat probably did it.
Yeah, the cat might have done it. Yes,
That's true.
Yeah,
But isn't it frustrating when you're in a panic and you're looking for your car keys and you can't find them, and you have this big bag that you're pulling, like you were saying, you were pulling stuff out, you can't find it, you've torn the whole purse apart, you've dumped the purse, and then you can't find the keys and you're in major panic mode. So then you hightail it to the car, you're pulling things out of the car, out of the glove box, out of the side thing where your coffee is, and you spill your coffee all over the place. By this time you have coffee all over you, all over your car. Been there, done that many, many, many times, and you still can't find the keys. But then later on, after everything calms down and you're out of your craziness, like I would be, and you find the keys in your purse. Have you ever done that?
Or on the table in the restaurant because you left them under the napkin.
I did leave them in. It was at the winery.
Did you?
Yes.
You left your keys?
They were on a table under a napkin.
You didn't drive there, I'm assuming.
I did.
We couldn't leave because she didn't find her keys.
I see.
How many times have I lost my keys?
I mean, I don't know.
And I
How
mean,
many times
her
does a bear
purse is a
fit in the
small
woods?
suitcase.
Yeah.
And it's filled with stuff. Very messy.
Yeah.
But so I ended up finding my keys in my console, and I got in the house, and I go in there, and the cats had played hockey with everything that used to be on my kitchen counter, was all over the floor. So I think they did lock me out because they didn't want me to find all the mess that they had made. They also, I have a vase full of flowers that my son got me on my high top table in my kitchen, and the cats had taken flowers out.
Oh.
They pulled flowers out and had them shredded all over the table.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, it was a quick 15-minute cleanup in my house before I could come here.
Always have that vase there with those flowers, or did you just? Is it new?
It's been there about a week now.
Oh, so they finally decided.
Do you know why it's been there for a week?
Why?
Because my son's getting married, and I was at his fiance's bridal shower.
And how'd that go?
It was nice. It was very nice. She got a lot of really great gifts, and
Nice.
From you?
Yeah.
I got him a great gift.
Yeah. Let me ask you this: you have a son getting married. Loving the time of COVID here, and how's that go? Like, obviously, I'm not getting married. I've heard many horror stories. I've heard people, not horror stories, but people choosing to move forward with the wedding or just doing it with those two and blah, 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 blah. How are they moving forward? And what are I don't know what the restrictions are right now.
The wedding itself is going to be family only, I believe, or it's a small group at a winery. And then the reception is at a hall, and I think there's going to be a lot of people.
How's that going to work, though? Is that allowed?
Are they doing the masks?
Yeah, they'll have masks in a basket and at the doorway, just like they did at the shower.
Right.
And
Now, thing with the masks, as we were just talking about today. Didn't one of you guys read somewhere where we're going to have to be wearing masks?
She did.
Yeah.
She did, yeah.
I saw a thing that DeWine said that we're going to be wearing masks for years because in July they tested and only 1.5% of the Ohio population has any antibodies right now. And even with the shots, they don't feel that it's going to be enough because there's so many people that are, saying that they will not get, an injection, that they feel that, that people might be trying to put tracking information into
Oh,
them.
God. They can track you. If you have a phone, you're being tracked.
Done.
Watched.
Exactly.
COVID's already tracking you on your phone.
Would you get the vaccination?
I will, yeah.
If it comes out, I think, and I don't believe, I'm not a fake news person at all, but I really feel like you have to take a lot of the COVID news. I believe it's real and I believe the numbers are high, but I think there's so much misinformation out there. You have to take a lot of it with a grain of salt. And kind of pick and choose what you. So I mean, certain statistics I might go, okay, yeah, you know, I absolutely believe it's real. Of course, I think you should wear a mask. That's just my opinion. But they said
might be skewed.
right, but they said this is, of course, they said 70% of people would have to get the vaccine before it's effective. And I wonder if that's A, true, and B, are 70% of people going to get it? Because I know people who won't even get a flu shot.
I won't get a flu shot.
Right.
Are you
some
kidding?
People are against that.
I never got so sick in all my life the time I got a flu shot. I got the flu worse than people that got the flu. For some reason, it didn't.
Did you get it right after, or did you have the flu right after you got the shot?
No, I just became deathly sick after I took it, so I can't really say was it due to the flu. Was it? I don't know.
They say that if it's within 15 days after you get the shot, that you already were exposed before you got the shot.
See,
you're not supposed to get sick from the flu shot.
Yeah,
either.
it's
no, you're not. But I did, and I said I would never
didn't.
do that again.
Well, it might not have been the shot. You might have already
been exposed.
It might have been incubating in your little system and ready to go.
There's also when you get the shot, it's kind of a gamble anyway, because they don't know for sure what strain of flu we're going to have.
They just kind of hope for the best. And they kind of have a good idea. They don't,
Yeah, they make a cocktail that has different strains in it, but if you get one... Yes, cocktails.
Cocktails. I'll drink to that.
So the COVID vaccine, I guess I would get it. I mean, what I got to lose? Screw it. I mean, as long as I'm not going to grow like a third head or nipple or something, you know what I mean? Whatever. I'd be like, sure, give it to me. Let's see what happens. You know what? I would totally be part of a study group that got paid, though, because I'm like, I'll do anything for money. Not anything, but, you know. I would totally be like, you going to pay me? Sure. I'll be your guinea pig.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It doesn't bother you?
No.
You have no idea what the reactions are going to be or what the side effects are going to be down the road.
Listen,
but you
I
would
get
do
in
it.
my car and drive every day, and I have no idea what the side effects of that are going to be.
Right.
And I have no idea. I mean, I'm not trying to like cover my eyes while I drive. I try to like do things safely. But I mean, life's a crapshoot. Whatever, give it to me, and then you'll know what happened. I'll be as I am in my life now, a shining example of what to do or not to do.
There you go.
There you go.
She is a shining example.
If you get COVID,
just like a star,
the long-term effects can be really dangerous.
And I don't want to give it to my mother. I don't want to give it to anybody.
I wouldn't want to get it.
I'm around too many people all the time. You know what I mean? I wear my mask, but it's a crapshoot. Who knows?
Right.
What's going to happen? So,
But can you imagine? And we talked about this last week. Could you imagine going out to a restaurant or a bar and trying to talk to somebody with a mask on your face?
I mean, we do, don't you? Don't you go out to the store and you talk to people with a mask and they go, what? And you go, what?
And that's when I pull it down and
anything?
go, I'm sorry, I can't do this.
No, I mean, I waitress on this side. I have to wear a mask the whole time. So.
And my favorite thing is when people are trying to listen and they pull down their mask like it's going to make a difference. Like they're going to be able to hear you better without that mask on their face. It's craziness.
But what does drive me crazy, and I've taken pictures of it because I can't believe it, is when people will drive in the car with a mask on.
I used to judge people for that. I did. I used to be like, what are you doing, loser? And then there I am driving with it on just because I forgot to take it off. And then I thought, look at me being judgmental. I'm one of them now. Haven't you ever forgotten to take it off?
No, I can't keep it on.
I mean, yeah, it's like taking your bra off. You're like, oh, you know what I mean? But I mean, you put it on and then I get in the car and I'm, doing stuff on the phone and then I start to drive and I have driven around with the mask on and then I'm like, what am I doing?
I've done it.
This?
Yeah. So, I mean,
Oh, no. The minute I come out of that store, the minute I come out, it's off.
Yeah.
How many times have you walked up to a store and forgot one, though?
How many, you do the turnaround and run back to the car?
Yep.
I did it
Every
when
day.
I went to get our
Every
Chinese.
day. Yep.
I had to run back out in my car in the rain today to get our Chinese because they have a big sign on the door. Big sign.
But I do like some of the smaller stores that if you don't have a mask and you walk in, oops, they're okay with it. It's like, hurry up, get what you need to go because nobody's in the store.
I feel like it's your prerogative. I mean, I feel like people should wear masks to be safe, but if people are that much against it, like I get so tired of people, my rights, shut up. It is my right not to get your nasty skank breath COVID. Okay, so like it's my right to, whatever. But I wear it because, number one, I don't want to catch crap from people. That's annoying. But I wear it because I think it's somewhat effective, and I mean, I'm no healthier or sicker than anyone else. You know what I mean?
You know what I think is really ridiculous? And as we first look back when all this stuff hit in March, okay, everybody flocked to the stores to get the toilet paper, the hand sanitizers, the Clorox wipes. You still can't find Clorox in stores. You cannot find Clorox. But hand sanitizers, absolutely. Yep. Toilet paper, yes, buy one, get one free.
Yeah.
It's like you went through all that, and did we really need the extra toilet paper or the paper towels?
I don't know. I mean, did we? Because, I mean, how many times did I go to get toilet paper and there wasn't any, and I'm like, man, I'm getting low. About to use a coffee filter. Like, you know what I mean? What are you going to do? So, and then what I discovered was that you can go to the dollar store and buy as many 4-packs as you want for $1. And you'd think it'd be like the worst stuff ever, and it's so not. So there you go. Nobody ever thinks to go to the dollar store.
Oh, I do.
I am too, but I mean, like, for toilet paper, I just pick up whatever in the store. You know what I mean? But yeah.
But you got to be careful what kind of toilet paper you buy. I can't stand tissue paper.
Yeah.
Oh, it's horrible.
Like the one-ply Scott. What's the point of that?
Right.
What's the point of that?
Yeah.
I don't get it either. It's good on your septic, I guess, but I don't really care.
No, I don't have a septic.
Yeah. I don't either, and I'm going to use the good stuff.
See, we've got Gloria. She says, I don't like the mask. I'm healthy. Don't get flu shot. Never had flu. Well, good.
That's what I mean. It could be your prerogative. I mean, if it's the law, it's the law. But if you choose not, it's like choosing to wear a motorcycle helmet or not. It's your choice. Do whatever you want. I'm going to wear my mask. Don't get on my case about it.
The only difference is that not wearing a helmet, the only person you're going to hurt is yourself. But not wearing a mask can hurt a whole group of people. You know, they say that one person can contaminate, hundreds of people.
Sure.
So that's, I just believe in the mask.
I believe in it too, but like I said, I'm not going to give someone a dirty look for not wearing it.
Right.
Whatever,
But is this the new norm? Is this what we're going to be living?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it'll be nice one day when we're used to not putting a mask, you know what I mean? But whatever, that, the mask companies, I should buy stock in those. Oh, yes. This point. I should have done it a while ago.
Should have bought it a while ago, yeah.
Always a day behind, aren't I?
But that's okay, because that makes you who you are.
Unfortunately. It does.
So, Brandy, you've usually always had a great breakup story for me. Any good breakup stories that you...
Oh, God. I mean, I haven't been broken up with in like 4 years.
That's a good thing.
But it's the same guy. I'm still dating the same guy that broke up with me 4 years ago. Actually, we're not really dating. It's hard to describe. It's, you know what I am? I'm 42 years old, and I cannot do it again. I cannot get into a relationship with someone again. I don't know you, the getting to know, oh my God, that stuff takes like a year, and then you're attached, and then it falls apart or doesn't fall apart. I can't.
And
so
the freshness and the newness of the texting and the calling.
I could care less, and I will not go online. I will not. That's the way they do it now. No. God, no, I'm not doing that. I'm like an 80s kid in that way. And I don't care.
I get that.
I don't care if I date or not, but my ex-boyfriend I'm kind of like, I can't describe it. I'm at his house every weekend. We binge watch Cobra Kai. And
like Cobra Kai.
And if, so like we still say we're each other's exes and we stay friends, but I mean, it just kind of, it works for us. And it's been going on for years like that.
So there's no pressure.
No. And there's no pressure regardless. You know what I mean? Like people go, I'm excited for people who want to get married. If you want to get married, do it. I personally, you can't break up for free. No. Why? No. And I'm not against marriage, but I just think it's
what about living together?
Oh yeah, who cares? That's fine.
It's almost like a marriage though once you start
but
moving
it's not
in.
on paper.
This is true. Unless it's the rental agreement, but
Right, but if you're choosing to live together, that's different than actually officiating. People want to get married. I mean, I say do it, you know what I mean? And it's not necessary that it's going to fall apart, but I think, and you could probably be with me on this, I DJ'd so many weddings that you see just the ridiculousness of so much. Not that it's ridiculous, but this bride, she's so on edge and she's planned this for 2 years. And in 4 hours, it's over. She barely got to spend any time with her new husband. She doesn't remember any of it, neither does he, because they're getting yanked in every direction for every stupid formality, like the cake cutting and this and that. And I'm not saying it's bad if you do that, but you only have 4 hours or 5 hours at the most.
That you've planned and spent $20,000-$30,000 on a wedding.
And you've gone, I mean, literally, you've planned 2 years of this, and then it's just over.
Gone.
And so I used to tell brides, listen, if you want to do the big, do it. I mean, do a big wedding. God knows you're going to get a lot of money. That's important when you're starting out. And just do it if that's what you want to do. But you have to be prepared for the fact that you're going to be like, oh my God, it's over and I don't remember any of this. And it just went so fast. And and I always say, like, if you cry about a run in your stocking, because, you know, your dress, or you got something on your dress, like, do you understand who cares? Who cares? Do you understand how important it is to suck that whole time in? I've seen so many brides weep openly at their wedding because something stupid went wrong. And I'm like, yeah, the husband's lucky to be marrying that one.
I've seen a bride that was eating dinner.
What's going to happen when, like, real life smacks you in the face?
I've seen a bride, she was eating dinner and a meatball rolled off of her fork and onto her dress. And you could literally see the line go down. She bawled and sobbed in the bathroom for a good 45 minutes.
Like, it's called Tide to Go stick, dude. Who cares?
And I was like, oh, if this is the way this marriage is going to go, they're in trouble. Then I know of one couple weddings, actually. The one wedding in particular that I had in DJ, oh my God, we knew it wasn't going anywhere because the groom was out on a back patio making out with the maid of honor. The bride never knew.
Was this at a VFW?
Yes.
Oh, I knew it. That's usually where those happen.
Did I tell you about it?
No, but I mean, I did enough VFW weddings where you're drinking your wine out of the plastic cups. And hey, I'm all about VFW weddings. I mean, don't be crazy and like spend money you don't have. But I mean, I 100%.
Yes,
I know. I remember the days.
And it was so small that they had to eat in shifts because they didn't have enough tables. So
that's
they did. Hilarious. They ate in shifts. Okay. Yeah, they did.
Oh man, and that would be.
Scott and I are looking at each other like, you're kidding me.
Jim Loboy and I DJ'd weddings together for many years, and he always used to scream at me the whole time because I'm a smoker and I'd go smoke, and he'd be like, "I do all the work." And if he's watching, I'll love that because he used to make fun of me so bad. But we would do the wedding, and like, I mean, we would the one wedding that I remember us doing was, I shouldn't laugh, it's really terrible, but for some man who was close to the bride, like an uncle or something, was too sick to attend the wedding. And it was like, I guess she was very close to this guy. And he passed during the reception. He wasn't there, but he passed away. And someone called her and told her during her wedding reception. So you have an entire hall full of people standing outside, sobbing, weeping, crying. We had like 2 hours left to this reception. And me and Lowboy were like,
this is good.
Well, what do we do now? So you place to an empty hall, and I was like, what should we do? Like that, you know, some stuff happens during weddings. I remember one time Lowboy was out dancing on the dance floor, and
imagine that.
Yeah, well, he'd always take his belt off and pretend to whip people, and he did it with this old lady, and she passed out because she was dancing too hard. It wasn't his fault, but they had to get an ambulance for her. I wonder if he remembers that.
Oh, that's hard to forget.
Does. How could that would ruin me for a while.
Oh man, but he was just having fun with them. But yes, she was dancing a little too hard. I think she had drank too much too. I don't remember. We did so many weddings; they all just blend together. And people to this day come up and go, "You did my wedding," and I'm like, "Great, how are?" Oh no, we're divorced.
Yeah, I get that too. We're divorced now. I'm like, "Oh, you're my first one, but you broke the record." Because we used to go for years and years and years. And, hey, you guys still married? And we used to get a kick out of it. And now it's like, no, we're divorced. Oh, great.
I mean, whatever. You can't break up for free. No. Get married if you want. That's fine. I'm glad I never did it. Until I was in my 30s, I couldn't keep a plant alive. I don't know how I would have made a marriage work. Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
No, I would have sucked at it.
Yeah. No,
definitely.
I say the same thing. I was engaged a couple times, and I don't think, hell, you were through those with me for quite a while. But
I was just thinking about that the other day. I don't want to say his name, but
yeah,
I was thinking about that. Do you ever talk to that person?
No.
Have you ever seen them?
No. When you break up, do you? Well, you tend to keep things going for 4 years, but when you do a breakup,
listen, there's no pressure. He's clean. I got a Saturday night date every week. I mean, he's clean in many ways, and you know, it's the best of all the worlds. It works for us. I'm not saying it works for everyone. He's the only ex-boyfriend of mine that I'm friends with. I would never be friends with any of them. If we break up,
you break it up. It's a clean break.
Life, get away.
It's a clean break.
Yeah, I don't want to.
You don't want to have anything to no.
And I'm not a psycho stalker. If we go out somewhere we used to go, I'm not going there anymore. If I see you, I'm not gonna. No, like I don't want to talk to you because, you know, usually it's not comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think that would be the same thing. I mean, could you imagine divorcing somebody and having kids and then having to share the kids?
Yeah.
And
I mean, I grew up with that. My mom and dad. Yeah. So you did that. It's
how
not easy.
tough was that?
Oh, it was bad. It was bad.
Even when the family probably liked him and invited him over to stuff. And
yes, that was the worst.
My mother used to say that. But here's the thing. When you, like, one thing I have to compliment my mother on was that she was really wronged in the marriage in many ways. We never knew it. She never said a bad thing about.
I don't think a mother should.
Well, I don't think anyone should diss any
father.
parent. Yeah, no. I think because there's tons of single dads out there too. And it's like the kid will grow up and figure it out. Once they are of a certain age. Absolutely. Give your kid enough credit to they'll figure it out no matter what. And yeah, there's always contention, but it's like after a while when you hate someone, you have to realize that you're only poisoning yourself and they're not even thinking about you. So is it really worth it?
Right.
But it's easy to hate people. I mean, you know, when you've been wronged or a broken heart will make you hate someone forever, for sure. But I don't know. I always give my mom credit because she never said a bad word ever, and she so could have, you know, but she didn't.
Well, I think she probably had enough respect for you, and you know.
Well, she didn't want us to deal with adult issues. We were children,
right?
She didn't want us to have to deal with that crap. It was bad enough we were dealing with it. So, yeah.
How'd that work in your household? I don't have stories to tell because I never did end up getting married or having children. My animals are my kids. So.
Sometimes that's a good thing.
Nothing wrong with
fur
that,
babies.
Yeah. Anytime you get divorced, it's a rough situation. And, you know, sometimes people can make it even harder than it has to be.
Yeah.
And we're just going to stop right there because
well, I get
people
that
might be offended by it or might be listening.
I think I don't know which would be worse at going through maybe a death or going through a divorce, because you know what I mean? I think it's hard.
Oh, there's a huge difference. When you get divorced, you're happy.
No,
okay.
You throw a party.
Yeah, it's a happy occasion because you're cutting off the ties with a person that you no longer want to be with. When somebody in your life dies, it's not, you know, they don't go away because you don't want them to be there. They go away because they can't be there anymore. Right. And it's very
hard.
Different. And I have
experienced
both.
Yeah.
Experienced.
I know that I don't date easily, and so when I go through a breakup, I'm shattered for like a year.
Oh yeah.
Not a psycho, nothing, but I mean, I'm not good. I can't just date other people. I've never been that person that I could just go from one relationship to never. And I don't know how people date two people at once. I don't understand it. If you can do it, God bless you. I cannot do that. Like, I've just always just been, and when it's over, I'm not good for months. So not good to date anyone else, I should say. I mean, I function, you know, you get through it.
You live,
but,
you breathe.
Yeah, you get through it. But so I just don't have the energy to go through that anymore. Like,
or the
anything
drama.
Painful. Yeah. And I can't, and I'm not a fighter. I don't have a temper, believe it or not. Like the guy, my ex-boyfriend that I hang out with all the time, we never fought because he's pretty docile. And even though I'm like type A, over dramatic kind of thing.
No.
We never fought because, I mean, it's like, I'm old. What are we going to fight about? In my early 20s, I would have fought. Absolutely.
Wait till you hit 50s.
Oh,
it doesn't get any easier. It doesn't. Ugh. I mean, before we were on camera, we had talked and she's like, I'm in bed. I'm watching Netflix. I'm home on a Friday, Saturday night. Wait till you hit your 50s.
Heck yeah.
Because really with this COVID, you can't go out and really meet anybody. You can't go out to bars. And we were talking about internet dating.
Oh, God,
I don't do it.
Hell no.
Won't do it. Can't do it.
Yeah, I know. I don't blame anyone who does do it.
No.
My experiences with it have all been like, okay, you're all crazy. I can't. Like, I can't. You're like, and when you talk to someone, the first thing they bring up is sex. Got it. People will always tell you who they are, even if they don't show you, you know? So exactly. I'm like, oh, not that I'm against sex, but like, I just met you. Can you just chill out? Yeah. Can you put it away for like 5 minutes? That'd be great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you have to weed out the good from the bad. That's how I met my husband.
You had a good outcome. Yeah, 9 times out of 10
on Yahoo Personals way back
in the day.
I don't even think they have those anymore. Do they?
Do they?
No,
I have no idea.
No, we don't. They don't have Yahoo Personals. It blended with Match. But we were together 15 years.
Wow.
And I mean, we had good times and bad times, but we never fought.
Right.
And it turned out really well.
Right.
You know, until we died.
Oh, worst.
Yeah.
Worst.
But, you know.
Ugh. I think the worst thing for me in a breakup is when you've slept beside someone for so long, sleeping alone.
Yes.
That's so weird. You know what I mean? And I don't know. That's what takes me forever to get past. And I throw myself into work, and I'll throw myself into theater shows or something like that. And
you try to stay busy.
But nothing really works but
yes,
time.
I've been busy for a year now.
Yeah. Nothing works but time. Now, I've never had someone pass away on me. So it's like, how do you go on? Not to like bring it down, but how do you get up the next day after everything's said and done?
It's hard.
How the hell do you do that?
It's really hard. And I was lucky because my daughter and my granddaughter moved in for about
That's good.
10 months.
Thank God.
They lived with me. And, so Zoe was 8. And,
Right.
So we did lots of 8-year-old stuff. And we had a really good time.
Right.
There was craft projects. And
Yeah.
we had our birthday party. And I bought a pool. And we put up a play set. And then my daughter got a job in Kansas. And they moved.
Oh,
So-
son of a... Yeah. Don't
Yeah.
do that. I know.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good opportunity. She had to go. But it's been weird since they left. They've been gone about a month now. So I've been trying. I don't think I've been home before 9 o'clock at night, and maybe 2 nights since they left. And, I go home, I feed the cats, I play with them a little bit, and I go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
And then I get up and, 5 o'clock in the morning, I get a shower, go to work, and I'm gone all day.
5 o'clock in the morning.
Yes.
How do you do
I go.
This is for the birds.
Yeah, it's good.
I get up at 7:30 and I'm like, oh, it's so early. Like I can't even.
I think, well, I don't know that I can't top that. No, I can't. But this I will remember the feeling that I felt. And like, I just wanted to collapse. But I had to MC a bridal show.
Oh God! Right after you go through a breakup,
Right,
never
and
fails.
my dress that I was going to
Oh,
wear,
I would've just jumped
was
right out the
theme
window.
dress, and I was
Nah.
like,
Yeah.
this dress.
It's
with
amazing
beaded
how
body. Yeah, it was
how you keep your shit together when you have to.
Yes.
But I probably would have jumped out the window right then and there. I would have started the dress on fire.
If I could have glared at it and stared at it and brought it to flames, I
Yeah.
probably could have. But that, you find a way and you just keep trucking through and you're just like,
an hour left, 1
yes.
hour of my life, I'll
Yes.
live. I know.
Yes.
Then you get in your car and cry and you're like, why?
I don't think I
Yeah.
cried for the breakup. I cried for the dress. I
know.
loved the dress.
People, you forget though, it's not about the dress. It's about the life after.
Exactly.
That dress gets worn one time that you spent a gazillion dollars on. I love the bridezillas on TV. I don't even know if they're real or not. But the ones especially that you want to punch in the face. I wish
You
somebody
wonder
like
if
that.
it's not staged.
I wish somebody like that would ask me to be in their wedding. Like I wouldn't last. I wouldn't be in their wedding.
Well, Brandy, would you be in my wedding?
Yeah,
you
but-
would be a bridezilla.
No,
think
you
so?
wouldn't. No,
I don't think so.
You wouldn't be like, oh, I need this dress. It's $8,000 and my budget's $5,000. Mommy, give me $8,000. No, those girls are crazy.
Yeah,
Now,
no,
you
wouldn't
would
do
want things how you would want them. You know what I mean? Which I think everyone does. You want things how you would want them, but I don't think you would. I think you would laugh if a meatball rolled on your dress, because that's you. That's your life. Like
that's
dumb
me.
shit happens. Yeah,
I can't even walk up steps right.
correct.
Or
That's
down.
me. So that's what I mean. I'd be like, well, this is par for the whatever.
But at what
what do you
age?
do?
At what age are you too old to have your mom and dad pay for your wedding?
Never.
Never. Even
Never.
if you've moved out of the house.
I mean, listen. I'm joking when I say never. I mean, you can pay for it yourself, but if they offer,
See, I think I would feel bad.
I mean, I wouldn't let my mother pay for a wedding if I was ever actually going to get married. I wouldn't let anyone pay for it but me at my age. But
I think I'd
saying,
elope.
Yeah, I would rather
I
honestly
wouldn't have a big wedding.
No, I'd rather just go to Vegas and have
Yeah.
Elvis as my witness, and
Elvis.
that'd be hilarious because I'm total white trash
And Priscilla.
and I don't care.
Yeah, Elvis and Priscilla.
Yeah, I don't care.
See, you wonder after you hit the age of 40 or you hit the age of 50, how old is too old to have a wedding?
I mean, it depends. Are your parents like the Trumps? Then let them pay.
Yeah.
If you have normal parents like the rest of us, then if you're like 40, pay for it yourself. I mean, whatever. It's your first one. You know what I mean? Especially if it's your first one. I don't understand people who have like 2 or 3 weddings and they have a shower each time.
Yeah,
that's
how many
crazy.
get that
That's just
either?
like a
Like,
baby
how many
shower
blenders do you
for-
need? Are you kidding?
Mm-hmm.
Like, wasn't I just here?
Yes.
Yeah. I hate showers. God, I hate showers.
I do too.
I'd just rather give you a gift and walk away. When they want to play games, especially baby showers, I'm like, oh God. I hate it.
Break the bows. Well, that's at a wedding. Did you do
Bridal
that?
shower.
Bridal
Yes.
shower?
Yes, she broke, I think,
Came
3 bows.
up with that. It's, and if that's what you want to do, that's fine. Me personally, I'm sitting there like, oh my God, I just want to go home. I got up on a Sunday.
I didn't even realize.
Mimosas, though.
Yeah.
Mimosas are a good thing.
So that was,
That's true.
That was all right. I drank a whole pitcher most of the
That's
by
probably how
myself.
you broke your shoe.
Yes. Oh, my
broke
shoe
your
broke.
shoe?
Yeah.
My shoe broke, yes.
Why?
She's the mother of the groom.
Yes.
And her
It was-
shoe
it
broke.
was a-
Is that like a thing? Like I should see if that's like a sign.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a sign of luck. They say rain on a wedding day's luck.
Maybe.
You know?
I don't know.
I'm just really saying that because it's probably not luck. No. So
Oh my God.
As
how'd you
much as
break
it
your
wasn't-
shoe?
I was walking. It was a sandal with like a thong sandal
Oh yeah.
between your toes, and I'd only worn them 2 times.
Of course.
I brought them at Ryer's, so they were good ones. They weren't cheapy,
Right.
dollar store ones or
Right.
something. And they were nice. They were so
Shelly
cute.
breaks her shoe.
And yeah,
Listen, I bought some shoes from Family
So-
Dollar that lasted me like 7 years. I am not against it.
so I'm halfway across this big hall with my broken shoe, and so I had to nonchalantly slide one foot as I'm walking
Yeah,
so that
yeah.
it wouldn't fall
I would
off.
have just took them off.
I would have too.
So once
is
I got
what it
back to the
is.
table, I took it off.
Oh.
And then I just sat there the rest of the
Yeah.
time and didn't move until it was time to leave. And then I just walked out in my
Were you
bare feet.
embarrassed?
In ways, yeah.
Oh, why? I mean, dumb stuff happens. People get embarrassed,
does.
and it's like it had nothing. You didn't.
It wasn't your fault. You didn't do
No,
it.
it wasn't my
But it's
fault.
like fall.
but-
It's like tripping and falling in front of
yeah,
people.
I mean,
You feel
it's
like an
with
idiot. Yeah.
COVID, you don't want to, contaminate things with germs and stuff. And there I am, because with those kind of sandals,
Yeah.
you don't have any socks or anything, so I'm in my bare feet, and so I didn't want to go walking all over the place, and I didn't know how they cleaned at the place or anything. So, so
Yeah.
it was, but it was okay. Probably nobody but me and the table that was there knew that I did it.
Yeah.
And me.
And you, yeah.
I
And
know.
now everybody that's
And now,
watching us.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's okay now.
Thank you to all 7 of you. No. Well,
Actually, 3 of it who's counting.
That's it.
does Joe count?
Joe counts.
He's 4.
Joe's
He's like,
4.
wait, what? Nothing. It's all good. It's all good. So
Oh, look, he's using chopsticks.
he is using chopsticks.
You're using chopsticks.
You know what? I have to say something that I do for extra money sometimes on the weekends. is
Oh, we don't want to know about this.
No, I do
TMI.
Uber Eats.
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you were
Have you
gonna
ever
be an
delivered
Uber
to Joe?
driver.
What?
Have you ever delivered to Joe?
I have not. But I do Uber Eats a lot, and especially when the restaurants close down, literally you could make insane money.
Oh, I bet.
And because I usually only do it on Sundays when football's going on. I just picked it up one day, and you have to really be in the mood to do it, But what's funny is that people use Uber Eats and they will request like chopsticks and stuff like from B-Dubs.
What?
Yeah, what? Right.
What?
So then you go in and you go, do you have chopsticks? And B-Dubs is like, no. And you're like, okay, well, it was on the list. They asked for it. And that was like, but my favorite is when you're delivering food and you deliver the food and you're on a street and it's dark and they don't have a light on, nor do they have a house number. And they're like, come to the door. I'm like, I will punch you in the face. I will throw the food at the house. Are you kidding me? Like, try to make my life a little easier. You know what I mean? I'm driving in some neighborhood that I've never been to. Your instructions on your house suck. So then before I get there, I'll Google the house to see if there's a picture of it on Google Maps. And if there's not, I'm like, well, here we go. And there's no house number, nothing. So then you get out of the car and you're walking up and down, sometimes in a rough area. They're probably like, who is this person? Let's kill them. You're walking up and down, like, I don't see this house. So then I will seriously call the person and be like, you need to come outside. And they're like, oh, all right. Like, you're annoying them.
Yeah. Because
Don't
they
order
called you
food
to
if
deliver
that's
them
you.
food. Yeah.
Yeah. That's my
And leave a
complaint.
nice tip.
Yeah. Wait, look, you could tip me or not tip me. I mean, I get paid regardless. And I think people that tip are very nice. But if you don't tip me, it's fine. You know what I mean? Like, whatever.
How many times have you been tipped on a tip delivering food?
It doesn't, 99.9% of people will tip you. It's
That's
very
nice.
strange. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, what? All I did was drop your food on the porch.
Well, they appreciate
No,
the
I
fact that
always
you went
tip.
out.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird. It's not weird, but I mean, it's interesting how it's so rare that someone doesn't tip you.
Now, is it women are better tippers than men? What do you think?
I don't know.
Well, do you have contactless mostly?
A lot of it's contactless. And actually, I do have this one house, and whenever they order and I see them come up, I grab it. because for some reason they tip me $20 every time. And it is a woman who answers the door, but it's always a guy's name. So I have no idea. I don't know who tips better, men or women. I think it's just whatever,
Yeah,
you know,
random, whoever, what people normally.
I mean, I always text. I always send a text message saying, hey, if it says leave on porch, because they want contactless, I'll say, hey, your food's on the porch, thanks a lot. And I always put like a happy face.
That's nice.
Yeah. And then I drive away. You know what I mean? I
Very
prefer
fast.
when people, I don't want to knock on people's doors.
No.
But I actually like contactless better, because people, you knock on the door, nobody's coming.
Drop the food
You're
off.
like, where are you? Yeah,
Have a
you know,
nice
and you can't
day.
see anything. There aren't any house numbers, and you're ready to punch them anyway because you're in this neighborhood where you have no idea. And it's annoying. They don't even turn a porch light on.
I was just going to say,
You're
they
like,
should at least turn a
"Hello?"
porch light on so you
Yeah.
can see where you're going or trip or up or down the stairs.
I love when people are waiting outside for me. That's my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
And they just wave at you, and you're like, great, here you go.
Here you go. Bye. See ya.
That's the best.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot of times, like a lot of YSU kids order, and they're like, come to door. Well, all of the YSU they're locked. I can't come to the door.
Yeah.
So then you sit there, nobody's around, and you're like, oh my God.
So what do you do?
Call them, text them,
And then they don't answer.
right?
Doesn't that drive you crazy?
Well,
when
Uber gives it says can't get a hold of this person, they'll give you 8 minutes. If they don't respond to you 8 minutes, you get their food and you get paid.
you got 8
One
minutes.
time I got this giant feast from Red Lobster.
Wow.
Yeah, it was great.
Oh my.
Because the person had me delivered to St. E's, didn't give an entrance, didn't give anything. And this was right when COVID started, so I couldn't go up anyway. And I tried to call the number, and I texted, and they never...
So the best thing somebody could do when you're ordering food is give full description.
Mm-hmm.
Could be white car in driveway.
Some people say
could
White
be,
House, red shutters, on the corner, or whatever. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to be like that, but at night, if you don't have house numbers up, like seriously, get it together. It's so
Turn
hard
a
to
porch
see.
light on or
Like,
something.
and I'm the loser. I can't see. I have my glasses on when I drive. I have a pair of binoculars, like a loser, and a police flashlight because I can't see your house. If I have to go that far, to deliver your food, you got to get your shit together and you got to help me out,
Right.
or come outside and wave.
Right.
All right, I'm done.
My stepson delivers pizza, and
What a nightmare.
yeah, it was for him one night at least.
It's a nightmare.
He went to what he called a sketchy neighborhood. It was his last delivery of the night, and people jumped him.
Oh my
no.
gosh.
Stole his phone, threw his car
Aw.
keys. He thought they were going to steal his car, but
They threw the keys.
Hmm?
They threw the keys.
yeah, threw them so that he couldn't, follow them or anything.
I feel like with Uber Eats, people have already paid, and so they know like I don't have any cash on me. You know what I mean?
That's a good thing.
yeah,
yeah.
that's a very good thing.
But pizza delivery people, you're. But also, what's nice is that now, and I used to send like things to Uber all the time saying, "I'm so tired of this. Fix your system," because they wouldn't tell you where you were going until you accepted and picked up the food.
Oh, no
So
kidding.
you had no idea where you were going. Now it
that's
keeps you
fun.
in your general vicinity. If you're in Youngstown, it's going to take you to Youngstown, Boardman, Poland, Canfield, sometimes like Austintown, but it keeps you in the general vicinity. However, when you go in there, but now Uber will tell you where you're going, and it's terrible. But if I see a certain neighborhood, then I'm like, oh, heavens no. I just decline that order. And I have to be honest with you, there are some restaurants that if they pop up, I'm not going to that restaurant because they have no idea what they're doing. And you go in and you're waiting 20 minutes for your stupid to-go order, and you're like, oh my God. Like, it's not
And
that
you can
hard.
wait. You can tell them I don't want it. I'm not doing it.
Right. Well, once you take it, though, then Uber sends you an email scolding you. And you're like,
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh. Finger just
probably gonna get
flies.
fired from Uber now. They will send you, hey, you took this order, then you decided not to. We don't like that. We frown on that. And I'm like, well, the restaurant sucks.
Customer service.
Whatever.
I think, and here's another thing that drives you crazy. We're all sitting here, we're all looking at our phones. The phones are going off and beeping. Doesn't it drive you crazy when you send a text message to somebody and you know they're looking at their phone, or they go and call you and decline, and it's like, wait a minute, that phone is glued to your side and you can't return my text message. Does that not just...
That's why I make sure people can't see that if I've read their message.
Like on Facebook.
Correct,
and
because
Messenger.
I like to ignore you if I want. You know what I mean? And I don't want to get busted for it because I'm busy or I'm not busy.
I just don't want to
I don't want to talk to
you.
you. And maybe you've already texted me 47 times, you know? But yeah, I don't like people being able to see if I read their message. So that way, and I mean, it's funny, people will call, like, who calls? You know what I mean?
Yeah, nobody calls anymore.
And it's weird.
It is
like, what's
weird.
my phone number?
I have no idea.
Right?
I have to go through my contacts.
It's in my phone.
Beep,
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's sick. That's who we are.
Mm-hmm.
And it's sick.
This is the new norm.
I hate it. Because we all grew up without
Phones,
smartphones.
yeah.
The internet was invented like the year we graduated. I graduated high school, but it really didn't catch on until 96. I graduated in 95. So like I was still using like encyclopedias that basically just made up whatever they wanted. And
And you would talk on the home line, the landline.
I had a pager like I was freaking, like I was popular. Pay my $20 pager bill. People page me at Perkins.
somebody,
and then I go to the quarter at Perkins and use the phone and be like, what's up? What do you need? I was such a loser.
I remember those
such
days.
a loser.
I do remember
Like
those
I thought
days.
I was important.
That was the big thing, the pager.
Yeah.
If you were somebody.
You know, if you grew up in the 80s, you had a pager.
Yeah, of course you did.
Or 90s.
No,
I should
90s.
say.
It was
well,
the
yeah,
90s.
but I mean, I was born in 77, so I grew up in the 80s, but 90s, I had a pager. I was important. I had
Yes.
friends that wanted me to come to Perkins.
Mm-hmm. And if you flipped them upside down, the letters meant something
Yeah, you
else.
could be like
SOS,
yeah.
SOS, or
505.
hello,
Yeah.
or how
Yep.
sad is that?
That is
we remember
sad.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is sad.
Yeah.
That's why we drink.
That's why I'll drink to that.
I hate smartphones.
I do too.
hate 'em all.
Because they're smarter than I am at times.
No, I think that they make everybody so me, now.
Yes.
I hate it.
Mm-hmm. But well, we want to thank everybody for tuning in today. That was a quick hour. That was a fun hour.
Probably because I didn't shut up the whole time. To be honest with you.
But thank you, everybody. We'll have another episode coming up on Tuesday. So everyone be safe out there, and we'll see you around.
And cheers.
And cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you for listening to this show on Youngstown Studio. If you like our programming, we invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow our Facebook page, or subscribe to your favorite podcast platform like iTunes or Spotify. This is original Youngstown content, and we would appreciate you sharing the videos and the word about us. Thank you.